What a day it is. Columbus Day across the country. And as an Italian American myself, I thought to myself, who better to bring on this Columbus Day than the great Joe Piscapo? Of course, you know him from his Saturday Night Live days, and now, of course, hosting the Joe Piscopo Show on AM 970. The Answer right there in New York City. Well, Joe, we appreciate you hopping on with us in Kansas City. Hey, what's it like? Trump's back in the White House. He's fired up about Columbus Day. How is that resonating there in New York, my friend?
It's huge and epic. And of course, we're concentrating on the hostages and hoping everybody comes home safely, Pete, and great to hear from you, my dear friend. But I got to tell you, in April, I don't think we chatted about it, but President Trump was kind enough to jump on my radio show. So I got the word from the Italian American folks in Washington. We need President Trump at our 50th anniversary gala at National Italian American Foundation. So they go, Joe. Could you ask the president? Like, of course, I will call him in a moment. Just, let me put you on hold. I'll get right back to you. Really, I mean, you know what they think. But now I book the interview with the president, and we have everybody. I did it from my home, Pete. I did at my home studio. I had three people in New York, and then I had the gal that works for us in direct line with the White House. When you do those things, it's out of respect. You don't want to mess it up, Pete, right?
Yep.
So I'm going, okay. So now in my head, I got the invitation. You'll appreciate this. I hope you will, Pete. And happy Columbus Day. Hold on. So now I'm waiting at the mic, and then I hear the operations manager in New York go, "Okay, Joe, good to go." And I hear the president go, "Hello, Joe." And I said, "Mr. President." And he goes, "Joe, an honor to be with you." Like that. But now we've known each other so long. So what comes out of my mouth? Mr. President, we'd like to invite you to the National Italian American Foundation 50th anniversary, sir, if you're available. It just came out, man. And because I'm a cool guy. What am I going to tell you? It just came out. Well, he's so good. He goes, Joe, I love the Italians. The Italians are always there for me. They voted for me. I love the Italians. And he goes, you know what? We need Columbus Day back. We need Columbus Day. He says it there in April. And I go, Mr. President, you're right. We appreciate that more than we could tell you. He goes, it's Columbus Day. For me, it'll always be Columbus Day like that. He does not forget. Cut to a few days ago, he signs the executive order to really solidify Columbus Day in America. And in there you saw it in the cabinet room there. And I got to tell you something. This is why I feel so good, and in many, many ways, we are in the golden age of politics with President Trump. Who remembers that, Pete? I mean, who says that and then sticks to it? That was all those months ago. So now we are pumped up in New York because we got certification from the President of the United States. It is Columbus Day. No statues are coming down. Hey, I got to tell you, everybody's saying that when he the quote he did the other day, like he said on my radio show. We love I love the Italians. I love the Italians like that, right? So
So
that has
good.
yeah, I love the Italians, boom. And it's like, I can't tell you. And if you're listening, it's not just the Italians, it's every ethnic group in America. It's all the ethnicity. And we're the foundation and the fabric of this great country. And the thing with the Italians, they try to take our statue down. They never give us the respect that we need. Yeah, and when my grandparents didn't get nothing then when they came to America. They got nothing. They didn't get any entitlement programs, And the largest mass lynching you and I have talked about was in New Orleans of Sicilian Americans, And so it was great. So we are really excited this year. Really, really excited. And we
Well, we've come a
appreciate,
long way. You
yeah.
mentioned it there, Joe Piscopo. Just a few years ago, it was Columbus Day was going away. Indigenous Peoples Day was coming in. They were taking down statues, renamed
That's it.
Columbus Circle there in New York.
That's
And it
it.
feels like the tide has totally shifted. How recognizable is that on the ground where you are, Joe Piscopo, in New York City on Columbus Day?
We own it. We own it. And I'm telling you what, it's like I did just yesterday I was on with Rachel Campos Duffy to talk about Columbus Day. And she goes, don't forget. She goes, she's Hispanic. She goes, it was the Spanish folks that financed it. I go, okay, okay, we'll give you that, you know. But you know what? I could talk about it, and then I talked about what I just told you. It's just been great. So again, and just this morning, and I wanted to make sure I had time to catch up with you, Pete. But we did 4 hours from the Columbus Citizens Foundation. This is one of the premier Italian American organizations in the world, out of New York. And then you know, we're about to do 3 hours of the parade, but and weather's going to be nuts, but rain or shine, we're just going for it. And we feel it, we own it, man. It is our time. And it took them threatening to take down the statue. It took them, whoever they are, you know, all those people, to take away the holiday for us to all join together. So listen, I appreciate you mentioning it in the middle of America, my brother. It's very, very important, means a lot to us, Pete.
Well, you know, and you think about it too. Kansas City does have an underratedly strong Italian presence. Many came from New Orleans and found their way up this way. St. Louis is very similar, but Kansas City has it as well, maybe to a bit of a lesser degree. But
Yeah.
you're at the hub of it there in New York City. The Italian heritage and legacy in this country can be defined by what, in your opinion, Joe Piscopo?
Work ethic. Work ethic. It's all I know is when my grandparents came from Avellino, and I have family from all over Italy, but we always say Avellino. That's where the bulk of the family comes from. They got in steerage on the Moltke, which is a German freighter that my grandpa Rosario came over on. They knew people here. They just took a shot, and they came and they just started working from day one, and they never stopped. And that's it. Whether my and they my grandfather was a hatter. He was skilled. He was a skilled worker. He was a hatter. So he would make hats when everybody wore hats, you know. And then even after he retired in his 70s, he ran an elevator, man, because it was the work ethic. I think about on my mom's side, you know, all my mother's brothers were engineers, and the girl, she comes from a family of 10 kids, and my grandpa was a factory foreman, and they just were, it's the work ethic. But then where does it stem from? It stems from our moms and grandmoms, and the kitchen or dining room table. It comes from that. And it comes from church. That was the upbringing. It was all like family, God, the new country, America. But it starts with a work ethic and not asking for a handout. I'm not, you know, listen, I have a soft spot for migrants everywhere because of what my grandparents went through. But man, we didn't ask for nothing, my brother. We didn't ask for nothing. And they just worked. And let me just go on, if I may, on this Columbus Day, and I know you know the story, is where my grandparents come over from Avellino. They have a couple kids. One of their sons, my dad, goes into the army, drafted to fight Italy, not for Italy, to fight Italy in the Second World War. And he spent 4 years in Italy clearing out all those villages that the Nazis took over. The Nazis took, if you had fish, if you had livestock, the Nazis took everything. And my pop went to put the bombs on those B-24 Liberators to go in and bomb the heck out of Adolf Hitler. And think about it, his parents were from there. You know, nowadays, when people come to our country now, they wave the flag of the country they come from, and then they expect us to live like that country. I mean, it's unconscionable. It's a
It
work
is.
ethic. It's a love of country. God plays a big part of it. The faith is strong with the Italian American community, and you know what, man, you and me, you know, you're a lot younger than I am, but I got to tell you something, brother. The older I get, it's all about my parents and my grandparents. Joe, why do you work so hard? You know, everybody my age is just like retired or dead, Pete. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm keeping going because it's all in the name of my family, sir.
Oh, that's great. Last thing, Joe, you mentioned it there. You know, you come to America and you don't forget where you came from. You know, you love your culture and where you came from, but you're an American. And I've told this story many times. You know, my grandpa, when he was a kid in the 1930s, this would have been, he's a first generation American. He runs out of a grocery store, Joe, when his mother speaks to him in Italian because he's embarrassed
Yeah.
by her speaking
Yeah.
the native
Yeah.
tongue. He wanted to
Look at
be an
that.
American, Joe, and that's what we're
Look,
losing
yeah.
here. We love where we
Yeah.
came from. We love our
Yeah.
culture and our history, but we are Americans first and foremost, Joe Piscopo.
That's right. American Italians is really probably the right way to say it, as my friend Chaz Palminteri says it. And you're right. My parents did not allow us to speak Italian in the household. They when they didn't want us to hear what they were saying, they would talk Italian. Or my father was really great with his flourish of profanity in Italian, Pete. But yeah, aside from that, they wanted us to speak English to learn the laws and the language of the new country that they know as America.
I love it. Joe Piscapo, it's Columbus Day. You're at the heart of it there in New York City, of course,
Yeah,
every
man.
morning on AM 970, The Answer. Hey, Joe, thank you for fitting us in Kansas City on KCMO. Have a great Columbus Day there in New York City.
Thanks for keeping the heritage alive, Pete Mundo. God bless you, brother.